Right. Assalamu alaikum and a very warm good morning, Marinol. Thank you, Dare, for inviting me here and giving me this opportunity. Well, the panelists have been wonderful. Thank you, Abid Bhai, for this classification of AIQ and state separately. And thank you to all the audience for making all the space on a Sunday and being here. So let us not waste much of the time. Well, it is very easy, to tell that all India counseling क्या है, state counseling क्या है. घर पे बैठ के रोटी बनाना बहुत आसान है, बोले ऐसी बात हो गई है. तो it is not that easy. The thing is, you have a NEET PG exam, you give an exam, the target is straight, it is straight, like you have to study, go with the grantors, give your everything, energy out and get a rank, get a seat. The target is straight. But now coming to the counseling aspect, it involves a lot of things. It is not that easy. During this phase, your mental composure is of utmost importance. Let me mind you again, your mental composure is very, very important. So let us not waste much of the time and start off. So who all are eligible for state counseling? So first thing is the people who have qualified, they can register in All India quota 50% seats and state quota 50% seats. So state quota 50% seats include what all? So state quota includes, first thing is, it includes all the 50% seats of the government medical colleges and as well as private medical colleges. Okay, so the private medical colleges is again divided into multiple things. It is divided into category A, category B and category C. So category A is involved with convener quota that will be dealt with KNRUHS, and All India quota already Abhay has already discussed it. So category A will be included in convener quota and category B and category C will be included in management quota. The counselings will be done separately for both convener quota and management quota. The notifications what you get are separate, the websites that are included are separate. Okay. Then what is the eligibility criteria for state quota seats? It is we have to get qualified for the exam, the first basic priority. Then second priority, which is of utmost importance, is you should be a local candidate. Now the local criteria of lately the state government has specified that you have to study for at least consecutively 4 years of the previous education. So basic take home message is, if you are done MBBS from Telangana, you are a local of Telangana. If you have done medicine from MBBS or your degree from foreign medical graduate, you cannot be considered under the local criteria. So that things, the court case is still going on. We need to get more updates on that. Inshallah, we'll be further updating on that. Then qualifying criteria for state counseling is OBCs. There is no such OBC as such in state counseling. BCs are very classified, backward castes are very classified. So you should know that BCE, especially people ask me who have got 40% percentile, they can register for counseling. So for OC category it is 50. PWD is physically handicapped category, they have 45, and BCs can register with BC, SC, ST with 40 percentile. Right? Then coming to the next slide, reservations. What are the different reservations what we have in state counseling? It is very straight. They have crossed the 50% barrier, by the way, and there are 29% reservations for BCs, 15% for ST and 10% for ST. Right? So now 29% what we have is 7% for both BC A and D, 10% for BCB and only 1% for BCC. So basically a person belonging to BCC is nothing but an OC. Right? Basically in OC, there's just 1%, I don't think it's going to calculate much. And BC is 4%. These all are vertical reservations. Then we have something called as horizontal reservation. This will be done for females and as well as physically handicapped candidates. Right? Then, as I mentioned earlier, candidates who are domiciled of other states cannot participate in state counseling. This is as per the previous rule that has been recently given by GO 50, that is being under question by High Court. So we need to wait for further updates on that. And person with disability have got reservation just 5%, right? Now there is something called as in-service candidates. In-service candidates are people who are doing a permanent government job. They do job in two places. One is rural areas and one is the tribal areas. So people belonging to the tribal areas, they have got reservation and as well as they have an addition of marks. So first they'll get addition of marks to the marks what you have been allotted. So the first thing is how many marks can they be rewarded? If you have done service, this is a permanent job. This is not a contract. This is not an outsourcing. There is no such job. It's only a permanent job what I'm talking about. So if you have done in tribal areas and you have done for 3 years, so per year you'll be awarded 10% of your marks. And if you have done in rural area, you'll be awarded 8% of marks at max for 3 years. That is 10 into 3, 30% of your marks will be added. And for rural areas, it will be 8 into 3, 24% of the marks will be added. Right? So this is a big benefit for the people who are already doing the permanent government job. Then apart from that, I already told they are having in-service reservation. So how much reservation they are having, you can just see they have 20% of the seats reserved for clinicals and 30% for paraclinicals. And last year, High Court gave a judgment that all the diploma seats that are there should be reserved only and only for in-service candidates. So a regular candidate cannot participate for diploma seats, right? Then next, it's a very important slide. There was also a discussion, but I contradict to the discussion what has happened here about the second degrees. Because these are the rules very straight away framed recently by the MSc. Candidates who have completed a postgraduate degree or DNB will not be eligible for admission to any other postgraduate degree or diploma. If a person has done something like MD anatomy, he cannot do MD SPM tomorrow. If he has to do, he has to forego his registration of MD anatomy. He can write a NEET exam, but he cannot participate in counseling until unless he forgoes his registration. That is the rule number 1. Then the rule number 2, what we have is candidates who have already taken a diploma. Let us presume someone has done diploma pulmonology or diploma PSM. They cannot opt for another diploma or some other, like, they have done diploma pulmonology, and after writing again 2 years, they are again writing NEET and they are opting for something like general medicine. That is just not possible. So whatever diploma you have to take, you can do MD or MS in that specific department only. I hope these 2 rules are recently added by the NMC. Please follow these rules who have already taken 1 degree. Then EWS, luckily we got this year, a High Court judgment has come just few days back that from this year onwards, 10% seats will be included in all the criterias. Like for all the reservation, 10% seats for OC candidates. So EWS is only for OCs, not for BCs. So 10% seats this year will be seeing in seat matrix. Right? Then after going through all the reservations, now we come to the actual chronology, the order of what the counseling is all about. So basically first you have to see the notification. After notification, you have to go and apply. You have to fill up the application form. After application, verification happens. After verification is completed, then you get a provisional merit list. After the merit list is done, then you have web options. And web options ke baad, last thing is allotments. So we'll be discussing each stage separately. So this is what the chronology is all about. Okay. Right. Then most very important website, very important slide, which has got all the websites you have to keep on looking. Every day, try to bookmark these websites or try to save them in your quick access. Please see these websites daily for any kind of updates regarding counseling, till at least your counseling process is completed. The first website is MCC, then second website is NMC, third is about NBE, fourth is KNR UHS. The first 3 websites, MCC, NMC and NBE, it's all about All India Counseling. You have to be sure about these. Then KNR UHS, TS, this will release the notifications of all the statewide counseling related stuff. KNR UHS. Then TSPGMed and pvbt.tspgmed.ts, this website. TSPGMed does counseling for Convenor Quota. pvbt.tspgmed does counseling for management quota. So any notifications pertaining to that, you can just cross-verify with those websites. Then even before I start the process, let me tell you one very important thing is your registration and processing fee will not be refunded once it is paid. Yesterday or a few days back, someone messaged me, sir, by mistake I registered for Andhra Pradesh management quota, even though I was trying for convener quota. Now I don't know what to do. Can the university transfer my money to this? I told it is not possible. Once you have paid, even though you have not uploaded the documents, once you have paid, it's done. It is never, university will never give you back your money, right? Then this is a very another important slide. The certificates that you need to keep it ready. So starting before taking the photos, please just listen to me. The first thing is starting from your 10th class certificates. 10th ka memo. Second thing is you have to keep inter memo ready and TC ready. Then third, MBBS individual year marks memo is not required. Just a transcript. If you have not applied for it, please apply for it. It will take minimum 1 month for transcript for you to get that, because transcript has got the duration of how many times you have taken to pass and as well as your marks, right? Then apart from that, your MBBS registration, MBBS degree. This is related to your studies. Now coming to your caste certificate. Caste certificate has to be there, your minority certificate has to be there, and gap and all is not required right now. It's only for uploading the documents. And the last thing is your EWS certificate if EWS applies to you, right? The caste certificate has to be the latest one. So I'll be detailing about all the, if you want photo, you want the photo of this? No, right? I think I've already shared in the group this photo. Right. Then detailing of all the certificates, like where to get from what certificates or where to run from pillar to post. It's not required. I've detailed it out. People ask, sir, we already have a caste certificate BC. Is it not sufficient to have is it not a minority certificate? No, it is not a minority certificate. Minority certificate is separate and caste certificate is separate. Both are separate. You should have both of them, and both have to be released from the Tehsildar office only, right? Then why is minority certificate required? Minority certificate is required because you want to take seat in a minority institution. Simple as that. And caste certificate to avail the benefit of the caste. Then there was a rule, as I told you, the GO50 is challenged. So we don't know what, there was a query recently asked to me about Siddhartha Medical College, like as it is a statewide institution, whether it will be, any reservation is provided in that or not. So we have to wait for the prospectus, everything will be clarified. Then EWS certificate, the validity of EWS certificate is only 1 year. So you see when it was issued, from that date, only 1 year it will be valid, right? Then BCE, generally it is accepted only after 2019. Any caste certificate after 2019. Now coming to the OBC caste certificate for the central counseling, it is validity is only 2 years. So after every 2 years, you need to renew your OBC certificate, right? So most of the certificates that you have about caste after 2019 are valid. Before that, please renew them, right? Then after payment is received, you will get a message on your phone that so and so candidate with so and so rank has got this registration number. Kindly save that message, bookmark that message, and keep that message with you. See that it does not get auto deleted, right? You have to upload all the documents, and after uploading the documents, now there's a query that has asked, sir, I'm a Muslim candidate, but I'm not interested in taking seat in minority institution. Is it mandatory for me to upload minority certificate? So the answer is, there's a question in application form, are you a minority? Yes or no. If you tell yes, then you will have to upload the certificate. If you tell no, it is not required to upload the certificate. Understood? So the things are very clear. So whatever you enter there in the application form diligently is going to be asked to upload that and certificates. I hope it's clear, right? After the uploading is done, then you have to save all the things, and then a page will open, it will pop up, and it will ask you to print the application form. Store a soft copy with you and also keep a hard copy with you, right? After completing the application, I hope the application process is absolutely clear, right? Now coming to the second step is verification. Verification is done online, right? Verification, it will be shown to you that it is completely online. During the process of registration itself, you will be getting messages that verification has already started for your candidate, and you have to keep on checking your phone if there is any query being raised by the verification officer. If a query has been raised by the verification officer, now let us presume you have submitted a certificate which is wrong, or certificate that is missed by mistake, we don't know, human error. So at that time you need to upload it immediately. If you don't upload it, what will happen is your chances of your registration getting cancelled is very high. So you should be very prompt in answering the verification officer queries. Then, as I told you, you know, ये पूरे फसाद की जड़ मोबाइल है. It's a very common saying. So this mobile phone, आपका number, it's very, 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 very important. See that the number what you provide is working 24 hours. It has good balance. It's in good network zone, and you keep getting the messages from KNR UHS for being updated. Okay, so this mobile number is going to help you from the day of registration till you are allotted a seat, till the counseling gets completed. If by mistake you lose a phone, see that you have SIM replaced very immediately. See that it is not getting delayed. Right? So even after completing the choices, you will get a one-time password even on your mobile phone only. It's the same number what you give at the time of registration. And now the KNR UHS has added a very good, when I was doing this NEET UG ka help, in that I have seen that KNR UHS has added one more thing. It's that anybody who tries to, give another number during the registration or during the web options, the system is not accepting your number. So you have to have that registered mobile number. It is a very, very, very mandatory thing. So see that your phones are working from the day of counseling itself, right? Then comes a notification that you can start exercising your web options on so and so website. So as I told you, there are two websites, TSPGMet for this Convenor quota and pvvt.tspgmet for management quota. Once you start that, see, first and foremost thing is the very common question that students ask me is, sir, is there any limit for web options? There is no limit for the number of options that you want to exercise. You can exercise as many options as you want. In fact, there has been miracles that has happened to many of my students who have opted for an option which is 170th and they got selected with that. So you can even select 220 options, 230 options, irrespective of your choices. So there is no limit, there is no bar on the option of exercising the number of options, right? Then, so whatever you are interested in, try to exercise in that, irrespective of whose choice is that and whatever. So the number of choices keep varying. Don't see, it's not an exam to copy someone else's choices. अरे तुम क्या लिखे जरा बताओ, मैं तुम्हारे options देखता हूँ, मैं भी वही देख लेता हूँ. It is not an exam. Your choices are totally individual and independent, and it's totally like whatever you want and whatever you're not interested, right? So as I've shown you, this important instructions will be there on the left side. Whenever a verification officer puts a query, it will be lifted on the left side, and on the right side you will be having the web counseling, web options, the list of the colleges, detailed notification, and the individual seat matrix. Everything will be written on the website of TSPGMet. If you open, on the left side will be the list of certificates, verification queries. On the right side, you have to give the web options. You have to click web options. After clicking web options, the second thing that opens is this instructions. Once the instruction open, you have to just blindly, you have to tell, I have understood. There is no other option. Okay. Then after opening this, I have understood. Now you have to open another form. This option form includes your registration number, your rank, and your mobile number. And then after that, you have to click Get OTP. Once you click Get OTP, a message will be sent to your phone where you get the OTP. After that will be a worded coded sentence. After putting that, you have to click Validate. If you validate, the next page that will open is this of web options. Understood? It's very simple. You have to enter all the details here. After entering the details, the next page that you have to validate. Validate karne ke baad, the next option that will open is this. In this, you have to give the web options. On the left side, colleges will be mentioned. On the right side, as soon as you keep selecting, it keeps on adding on the right side. Then after that, if you see downstairs, there is something called as add, delete, modify, save and log out. Left side, the colleges will be mentioned and the branches will be mentioned. You have to click add after each and every option, whatever you're adding. Now if you, let us presume you have added by mistake, you can just directly delete it, and then you have randomly selected all the options. Now you want to modify it as per your choice, you want to make it a diamond, then you have to keep on modifying till the last moment. After modifying till the last moment, the last thing what you get is save. You have to click save. If you don't save, your options will lose, your counseling will be lost, that phase of your time is lost. Okay, and there is no limit to the number of options, as I told you, right? And then let us presume by mistake you have logged out. Again, as I told you, the options won't be saved. If you click save, the next page, a window pops up with this. It shows automatically your roll number and your rank will be mentioned. In that downstairs again it will be written get OTP. Again click get OTP, confirm the OTP, write the OTP, and that is the end of your saving of the options, right? So the process is very clear. I hope everyone understood, right? If you want me to repeat, I can repeat. No? Right? So there's another query that is being asked, sir, I put option at 3 o'clock, at 5 o'clock I got a dream, I want to put another option. Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. Right? You can edit as many times as you want until the last moment, but see that it is not the last moment. ठीक है? It's not देर आए दुरुस्त आए, यहाँ पे दुरुस्त नहीं होता. This is technical errors that happen. दुरुस्त हो ही नहीं सकते हो. यूनिवर्सिटी को कॉल कर लो, आप किसको भी कॉल कर लो, कोई भी फ़ोन नहीं उठाते. आप मेरे को मैसेज करते, आई कांट रिस्पॉन्ड टू दैट. समझे आप? इट इज़ नॉट देर आए दुरुस्त आए, इट इज़ सही टाइम पे आए. तो सही टाइम पे सही ऑप्शंस सही प्लान कर लेना, एंड दिस इज द राइट टाइम टू प्लान ऑल आउट. ओके, right? Then is there something like freezing and locking in state counseling? No, there's nothing like freezing and locking in state counseling. It automatically gets locked. Okay, right? So I have completed the process of application, registration. Then next stage is verification. I have completed of how to give web options, technically how to do it, and then we have completed with confirmation. And now comes the biggest stage, that is web allotments. How does a web allotment happen? So basically, how many rounds of counseling are there? So basically there are 4 rounds of counseling in state. Round 1, round 2, round 3, which is nothing but mop-up, and last round, that is stray vacancy. Okay, round 1 and round 2, these are nothing but a basic mirrors of whatever you are having. Round 1, university follows a rule, GO 505, as per which they can release 70% of the seats, but they will save 30% of the seats for further phases of counseling. Understood? So round 1 allotment is not the mirror of what your actual allotments are. Round 1 allotment is very clumsy and very bad, horrendous. You will get sleepless after seeing the allotments. So round 1 allotment is not the actual mirror. So don't worry, don't panic out after seeing round 1 allotment, because most of the OC seats will be released out in round 1 allotments. It's only in round 2 and round 3 that they add a lot of castes and all that reservations, right? So that is about each and every rounds. Now how does seat allotment happen? If you see the seat allotment, there are a lot of NS and S. NS stands for non-service, S stands for service. Okay, that allotment, different phases, you can lock it out and check it. Now while filling the web options, I want you to be very cautious. You have to be very diligent, because every round, now let us presume what has happened in 2022. There was one of my junior, he had a 16,000 all India rank. Now he got general medicine in Shadan, and he was baffled by the allotment. He was like, sir, मेरे को खुशी से समझ में नहीं आ रहा कि मेरे को क्या हो गया, because 16,000 never it has been allotted general medicine. The reason is the people above him did not prefer that option. The people above him have not preferred. That's the reason he got the allotment. So there are multiple factors when web options happen, when web allotments happen. So I will tell you only one thing is, you have to be aggressive from first round itself. Okay, right? Then after announcement of allotments, you have to download the allotment letter from the university by paying the university fee, and then you have to report to the college physically with all the documents. The documents will be saved by the college, they will not return you anything, right? you'll just get a certificate or token of certificate that what you have submitted XYZ all the documents. Then you have to keep that. That's the only thing what will be given back by the college, right? Physical verification of all the uploaded documents will happen only at the college. There is no other venue for it. At the time of reporting, there will be an undertaking what you have to give, that I am not going to quit this seat. If I quit, I will be paying 50 lakh rupees penalty, and I will be foregoing for 3 years my state counseling. That is an undertaking what you have to give. That is a discontinuation. This undertaking is about that. Then about second round of counseling. It is on the same lines of first round of counseling. There is no much difference. It is just that you have to know who are eligible and who is not eligible. So if you have registered and if you have participated in counseling and you have kept options, after quitting options you are allotted a seat. If seat is allotted, you have reported, then you are eligible. And if seat is not allotted, it's okay, you can again participate in second round. Now there are few great minds who do not register and they think it's easy for them to crack. Then they don't even keep options from the first round. They think that they'll directly put option in second round, which is not possible. Okay, so you have to keep web options from the first round itself, okay, to be eligible in further phase of counseling. Then after that, the same allotments, everything happened same like round 2. Then you have come with third round, that is mop-up round. Mop-up round is completing all seats of state counseling. They release every seat, everything will be very crystal clear in the seat matrix, nothing will be hidden from you. Everything you can see in the seat matrix, what all seats are there in whichever category. Now there are few people who have this difference of opinion. They tell that, sir, I will put options seeing the seat matrix. This is not right. This is not how you do the web options. You have to have your priority of list right now. This is the time what you're getting to just sort out the things what you want, which branch you want, which college you want, and how do you want to do it. This is the time. Then coming to who all are eligible and not eligible for mop-up. So the first thing is who are not eligible. Eligible is, we got this rule last year only. Until last year the rules were as for all India only. The same rules were there for all India, but by God's grace we got this permission last year that whoever has taken seat in round 1, whoever has taken seat in round 1 and reported, round 2 and reported, they can further go for upgradation even in mop-up. Right? Until last year this rule wasn't there. Round 2 was the last round. There was no upgradation in mop-up, but from this year again you can participate even in mop-up. Right? Then who all are not eligible is seats allotted in previous rounds and they have not reported, they are not eligible to participate in mop-up, and who have not exercised the verb options again from the first round. Right? Then what is seat blocking in state counseling? Seat blocking is, it's like Ajay Devgan walking on 2 places or 2 horses, if you remember the scene. I want to run even all India, I want to run even in state counseling, I want both the seats, sir. What to do if I'm losing both? See, after getting a choice of yours, the other seat you have to automatically resign. You can't be like that. You can't be so selfish. You have to be selfless in this matter. So to the people who take the seat in mop-up and stray vacancy round and they don't report, they will be considered seat blockers, and university has levied a huge penalty on them. The penalty includes 50 lakh rupees of bond, like you have to furnish. Then second thing is you will be debarred for 3 years. Okay, so this is a penalty for seat blockers. Then the original certificates will not be returned to you. As I told you, only a custodian will be given to you. And the reason is, the last point that I mentioned is, whenever inspection happens, the inspector has to cross-verify all your documents. Okay. Now, what about stray vacancy round? The rules are very clear, same like all India. If you have a seat, basically I want to tell you in layman's language, if you have a seat anywhere, you cannot participate in stray vacancy. If you are having a seat anywhere, you cannot participate in stray vacancy. And if you have left seat in mop-up, also you cannot participate in stray vacancy, be it all India or be it state. So if you are allotted and you have to compulsory report in that stray vacancy, or else again you'll be, as I told you, you'll be considered seat blockers, right? Now who are not eligible is more important in stray vacancy. allotted seat in previous rounds of state counseling and reported, did not participate in web options of the first phase, did not report in previous allotment rounds, and then candidates who are admitted in MD, MS in All India or state or any other state, they still cannot participate in stray vacancy. So I have completed all the rounds of counseling. I hope everything is clear till now. Then most important point is, if you're getting a seat, let us presume you're getting some seat, pre or paraclinical through All India and state, the same seat you're getting, because for the same rank you're getting the same allotment. So try to take that seat through All India, don't take to straight, because straight someone else can get it. Okay, right. So this is how you put the web options. There are few tips I can give you. Even Obey has tried to give few tips, but I'll make it little more, abridged version I can tell. Right. So you can select the college, you can select the course. You have to divide in between clinical and non-clinical. You have to divide in between degrees, diplomas or DNBs. And then you have to decide between surgical and practicing fields. And then you have to decide between government and private, and local of Hyderabad or non-local of Hyderabad. You have to sort out these 6 questions. These 6 questions are very important. You have to sort it out right now. Then you have to check into the number of colleges. You can see the previous allotments. You'll get the list of the colleges. A few colleges like Mallaredi have been out of counseling because they have been converted to deemed. So we'll be losing a huge chunk of seats from Mallaredi, both women and general. So Mallaredi is not going to be there in state. So that is a big loss. So probably I'm expecting few government seats to pop up and help you students out. So that is one way. So you need to sort out different colleges, like new medical colleges are also getting PG seats from this year, inshallah. So in that you will have to list out the colleges wherever you can go, wherever you cannot. Like few government medical colleges that have recently come up, I can tell you GMC Nizamabad, GMC Mehboob Nagar, GMC Siddipet. These 3 are giving a very good quality and very good standard of education. Both the faculty is good, the patient load is very good in almost all branches, and they are trying to improve it every probable aspect because the principals are very strict there. Right? So these 3 you can also prefer them, apart from the colleges that I have mentioned here. And then after seeing the colleges, you have to see for the branches till what all level you can compromise. It is only during now that you can think in the normal phases, because once the counseling starts, it is basically panic buying. In panic buying, you'll definitely do mistakes. It's not sure that whether you'll be taking the right decision or not. So it is right now the choice what you have to make, what all options you can keep and what all options you can quit. So basically you need to start with a small list. Like, what I generally tell to students who personally contact me is, close your door, sit alone, see previous year's allotments, make a list as per that. Start with government, start with MD or MS, whichever is your choices, then go to private. Private, even VRK has got seats, okay, for girls, not for boys. Right. So even VRK has got seats from last year, even though one seat here and there is available, but yes, even that you can keep. So you need to construct that list in a very beautiful manner so that you don't have confusion tomorrow. You should not think ki, "Arey, ye to option tha hi nahi, main kaisa dal di?" A person has mistaken FM, which is forensic medicine, to family medicine, and has taken that seat. So this is the time to know which option is what. And the most common question what people get is, what is DTCD? DTCD is Diploma in Tuberculosis and Chest Diseases. It's Diploma Pulmo. And someone got confused for DO. DO is what? Nobody knows. Diploma Optal. So you should know mnemonics of each and every department. You can't keep that option and tell, "Sir, I got this by mistake. I don't know what to do now. I can't quit now." You should know what to do right now. This is the time to decide all these things, not tomorrow. You can't keep on procrastinating it tomorrow, right? Then there is a 1-year service what we have in Telangana, which is if you don't do that service, you have to actually this is an old bond. Court case is also going on for this, and the bond is of 20 lakhs, not 10 lakhs. Okay, so a person who has taken seat in convener quota has got to do in government. A person who takes in management quota will be doing in the same college, SRship, right? And there is a new criteria that has been added by NMC last year, that a person who takes seat in MD, he has to pass out that seat after completing the course within 4 years. And a person who has taken a diploma, he has to pass out that seat within 2 years. If he or she is not able to do that, then their seat will be cancelled. Okay, right. Then I have completed whole of convener quota. I hope everything was clear, right? Now coming to the deadly thing, you can call dead attack, BNC, that is management quota. I don't know how many are interested in management quota. How many are actually interested in BNC category here? Any hands? Hey, raise your hand here. Don't get embarrassed. There's nothing wrong in it. So let's girls for BNC category. Don't lie. Come on. Right. So yeah. So now what we have is the same thing like what we have for convener quota. Same way you'll be getting a prospectus will be released. Same way you'll be applying for it. The application, everything is the same like convener quota. There's no difference between convener quota and management quota. Now where the difference comes? Now basically I told you private college seats are divided into private A, B and C. Now private A is anyhow included in convener quota. Now private B and C, what about those seats? Now how much is their percentage? Private B category seat is nothing but MQ1. Management quota is divided into MQ1, 2 and 3. If you see down, this one, management quota MQ1 is nothing but B category seats which include 25% of the seats, right? And then management subcategory NRI quota includes 15% and institutional quota is nothing but 10%. C category is nothing but full cash rich category. Okay, C for cash rich. जिसके पास पैसा है वो लोग C category में जाते हैं. जिसके पास middle class and upper middle class will be struggling for B category. Let me be very honest, because since 5-6 years I've seen a lot of students somehow they compromise and they get into B category, right? So this MQ1 category, I call it more dangerous. In further slides I see that you all are sleeping right now. You all will wake up, right? So if anyone is having NRI issues, they can contact me personally, because NRI has got a lot of documents that you need to submit, and institutional quota is basically like which is C category, which is having only 10% of seats. You basically go to an institute, you tell them, sir, I'll be offering you this much. Can you give me this seat? They'll be like, okay, your offer is very humble and very generous. We'll give you this letter. Please go and apply this. You'll get the seat. All you have to do is just put only one web option in C category. That is institutional quota. Now coming to the NRI quota is little bit just like gamble game. You don't know when you'll get allotted. And B category last year, if you see the point down, there are no reservations in management quota. It's purely management quota. As I told you, M for management, M for money. You have money, you come here. You don't have money, please go. We don't entertain any reservation. Simple. You have money, you come and you join. If you don't have money, no need to come. All the minority medical colleges will try to admit as many minority students only in B category. But if you in C category, even non-minorities can enter. Depends on how much you are ready to pay. Simple as that. Okay, right? Then this is the most deadly slide of my all slides. It's going to wake you up all, as I told you. So what are the different fee structures what we have? So what are the different fee structures what we have? Now if you see the list of the fees here, it's never ending. NMC releases a rule, hostel is mandatory. Now private colleges have started collecting money in that. NMC releases a rule, bank guarantee is mandatory, bank guarantee fee they are collecting. Basically, private colleges, way before 2017, they were directly sucking your blood. But now, thanks to the central government, they have given an indirect way to suck your blood. So, what are different ways to suck your blood? So, first comes, you get allotment. First, you pay registration application fee. For A category, it's around 3,000 to 4,000. B category, even though they're applying the same, they'll be charging you 7,000. Why? We don't know. Then second, after application, then comes seat allotment. Your allotted seat, you have to download the application, you have to download the allotment letter. For A category, they'll be charging around 30,000. We don't know why they are charging that huge, just to give a piece of paper. And then for B and C category, they'll be charging you 70,000 to 80,000. just university fee, right? Then after that, then comes, you go take that allotment letter, you go to the college, sir, I have given allotted seat. That clerk will be an idiot, he will be dealing very badly with you. So what if you have come, you have done big thing for me? No, sir, please allotment, sir, tell me what to do. Then what he will tell is, have you seen the fee? That fee is very important. The GO, what has been released last year, is still under question by the High Court. The matter is still going on. An interim relief has been released last year by the High Court just on moral ground. Tomorrow it can even get quashed. We don't know that. I'm hoping that it doesn't get quashed. Okay. So what is the fee that you have to pay? So for private A category, you have to pay approximately 60% of the proposed fee. If you see Bhaskara fees, it is 7,50,000. So approximately how much you have to pay? Of the proposed fee is 60% of that for A category is 4,50,000, right, for A category. Then coming to the B category, it's 23 lakhs. So you have to pay 70% of that, which is approximately 16 to 17 lakhs per annum, right? Then this is a basic structure what you have to understand. Then comes bank guarantee. Many people have questioned me, what is bank guarantee? Bank guarantee is nothing but, apart from Shadan, rest all colleges take you bank guarantee, including Deccan. Last year they have forced a lot of students to pay bank guarantee. What is bank guarantee? Is basically a parent's guarantee that you will be ready to pay the second year fees. Okay? So the thing is, bank guarantee is nothing but you should be ready. So bank guarantee, you should be ready to pay, okay, for second year fees. So how much? It's equal to what you have paid in A or B category fees, right? Then coming to stipend fee, this has been started by our beloved Deccan Medical College, which has given that you have to pay for 3 months. For 6 months, approximately 50,000 per month. So whatever the proposed fee is extra, you have to give 3 lakh rupees. Okay, so imagine your fee for Deccan College is approximately 4.5 for A category. So you have to pay stipend fee for extra 3 lakhs. Okay, that is 7.5 here calculated. Then coming to processing fees, under the table fee. They will take you how much ever they want. Imagine you are going to a very lavish college like Apollo, they will be charging you 70 to 80,000. Or if you are coming to a Gharib college like VRK, you will be charged 30 to 40,000. Okay, depends. Under the table, whatever they want to charge, they will charge. Then coming to hostel fee, it's like you have to pay approximately 2 lakh rupees. It is mandatory in almost all colleges except for Shadan and SVS. As far as I know, there is no hostel fee. Right? Now if you calculate all this, just put an average of how much you will be paying in all the colleges is like 4.5 lakhs for that, 3 lakhs for this stipend fee of 7.5 lakhs, then university fee 80-90,000, then processing fee another 45,000, hostel fee included approximately 10 lakhs you are getting for A category. Okay, right. Now this is a very important slide in my presentation. What all you will have to think about it? What are the different issues that you need to think about it? The first issue that comes is scholarship. Where to avail it? It's on EPAS website. It's available for all minorities and non-minorities as well. Okay. What all you'll be getting back in scholarship of all these things? Any guesses? You'll be getting all 10 lakhs. You'll be just getting 4.5, that is processing fee. Rest all we don't know when we'll get, or we'll not even get, we don't even know that. Okay, right. Then that is scholarship. Then scholarship is only for A categories, not even for government, not even for B and C categories. Then student loans, I told you, right, lot of upper middle class students, they try to push their limit, they try to push their parents to like, छोड़ो ना, एक थोड़ा शादी बाद में करते, पहले सीट ले लेते, ठीक है? तो in that scenario, what they do is they try to push their limits and take B category seats. In that, they tend to go to all these banks, and the banks charge huge interest. Interest is approximately 9% right now for student loans. How much? Let us presume for B category you are paying 16.5 lakhs. EMI, what you'll be getting per month on 9% interest, approximately 45,000 per month. You have to pay that. I don't know how you'll get that money because stipend is not there, right? Then third thing, after paying that 45,000 till the end of, let us presume you have paid for a tenure of 5 years, approximately 16 lakh loan is becoming 21 lakhs. So you'll be paying extra 5 lakhs for the bank. Understood? So this thing of student loans is very, very bad option. I will tell all the students here, don't take student loans. Go to your relatives, beg, borrow, buy, whatever you want to do. Like I know one of the students in 2021, she's right now pediatrician. She didn't have money, but she had land. So she did barter system. You give land, I give you seat. Simple logic. So someone gave their land equating amount of money in C category, they got the seat. So even land is one of the option. But see that don't take loans. Please don't overburden yourself. Okay. Then there is something called as, sir, I got seat in B category. I want to jump to A category. I want to jump to All India. Don't do all this mess. Unnecessarily you'll be like tangled in somehow manner that you don't even know where you are. End of that, you're like, मेरे को seat मिली या नहीं मिली, मेरे कुछ नहीं मालूम. Understood? So don't be in that mess, to be honest. Then this year, this is a very important point that I've mentioned. Until last year, you have seen a very beautiful allotment, 50,000 getting general surgery, 52,000 getting something clinical. But in this year, the allotments are not going to be the same. The reason is, every year, alternatively, 1 year management quota seats will be given more, and another year convener seats will be given more. So this year we have less convener seats and more of management quota seats. So B category seats are more and C category seats will be more when compared to A category seats. Then the last thing that is there is 0 percentile. Just pray that it does not happen. If it happens, last year it was a mess of seats. People of private medical colleges have sold C category for horrendous rates. I can't even tell you the rates. If I tell, you'll just be shocked. General medicine seats were sold for 4 crores. Derma was sold for 4.5 crores, where the department had a lock. I personally did counseling for a lot of students, so I know. Personally visited the college. And when I asked the principal, sir, you did not have recognition for the past 2 years. And you got recognition this year. And suddenly you are jumping the jack. When I spoke to you on phone, you told 1.6 CR. I came to the college. Now you are telling me 3 CR. You told, pal बढ़ रहा है. And what nonsense. Say you didn't have. That is a political strategy, man. You can't play all these games. You take this seat. You are taking for 3.5 or not. One category boy standing there. One गिराक is there बाहर. उसको मैं 4 में दे देता हूँ. आपको लेना है लो, नहीं तो बाहर चले जाओ. This was the mess that happened in 0 percentile. A person with 6 percentage, a person with 4 percentage, who don't even deserve to qualify. Horrible mess it was. Then, as I told you, there are a few new rules of CQ that you have to know. There are no fresh registrations. Like until last year, what people used to do is, they used to take up, sir, हमारा तबीयत ख़राब था रजिस्ट्रेशन के टाइम पे, हम जाते हैं हाई कोर्ट से ऑर्डर लाते हैं, यूनिवर्सिटी में सबमिट करते हैं, एंड दे ऐड टू द लिस्ट, मेरिट लिस्ट. Until last year they entertained. This year I sent 3 candidates in UG and all of them were rejected by the university. So if you are doing registration on time, this all mess will be cleared. So you see that you have registration on time, and then you have to start exercising web options from the first round. You can't directly jump the jacks in the second round, right? Then and one more for bank guarantee, as it is, for B category, it's a little difficult to submit all 35 lakhs for middle class students. University has given this option that you can submit bank guarantee till 1 month. Okay, you will be given 1 month time period to furnish that. And after second phase of counseling, admitted candidates will not be permitted to withdraw from the seats. If you are doing that, then you'll be considered in seat blocking. Then MQ new rules are, imagine there are few seats that are left out, and that seats will be sold out by the medical college. They have that veto power to sell it as per rate. Okay. Then there is a very important thing called as gift of life. All the PG students need to understand that So whenever you're deciding a branch, you need to understand the gift of life. I know, big consultants are sitting here. I'm too small in front of them. So the thing is, you need to understand what is emotional quotient and what is intelligent quotients. Emotional quotient is, as I told you, you need to have good relations with your relatives or friends. That helps you get to that level where you want to be. Intelligent quotient is your personal thing. It's a selfish act, totally. You're doing for yourself. But emotional quotient is a very important factor. Last year, we have seen just few months back, a radiology resident from MAMC did a suicide. Last year, Dr. Ankit Diora, I think his name is, he did from AIMS psychiatry. He was doing psychiatry and he was in severe depression and he still did suicide. So, when you don't have an emotional support of family, relatives, you might close the door of hospitals and do working hours for 36 hours together, but at the end of the day, you have to go back home. You should also consider the people who are in home. You should also consider that. You cannot be like, I'll think only about myself and neglect what is there in home. Because the people at home look for you, and if you fall sick, tomorrow someone will replace you, but there is no replacement if you fall sick at home. Understand that. So emotional quotient, while selecting the seats, especially for boys, don't go into people who talk orthopedics is king of all subjects. Anesthesia is your behoshika doctor. No. There was a student who messaged me and told me, sir, I have so and so rank. They are telling I'm not getting any seat. What should I do? I told him, if you are not getting of what others are telling or what you want to take. He told, what I want to take, I'm getting that. But what others are telling that orthopedics is good, medicine is good, surgery is good, I'm not getting that. So I told him only one thing. Is your family ready to accommodate you for another 1 year sitting at home? And his answer was straight no. My family is not ready. See, boys have a burden of financial things. I don't appreciate boys sitting for too long. Understood? And if this is your hard attempt, just go and take the seat. If you think there is a scope of improvement, sit back and take all the risk. But if you are sitting back at home, you'll be cursed. You have to face all the frustration. Be it girls or be it boys. It's for both. Your parents will not appreciate you, will not tolerate you for more than 1 year sitting at home. So emotional quotient is very, very, very important when you're selecting the seats. And have you ever played chess? If you have seen that, there are pawns in front and there's a king and there's a queen. So I'll relate the pawns to relatives. All the pawns are equally important to win the game. You lose one pawn, it's basically a little bit, you'll be shaken here and there. And king, you're the king of right now. And the queen is basically money. If you can sacrifice queen at the right time, you can probably win the game. Understood? So these are very important things. And penultimate slide is miracles do happen. Please believe in miracles. Don't see the allotments. Don't see what XYZ person has got. अरे इन्हें तो मेरा competitor था, इसको मेरे से better मिल गया, मैं क्या करूँ मेरी जिंदगी में? Don't try to bang your chest. Don't cry. Don't cry in front of parents. They're already weak seeing you so long. So don't do all that messy stuff. Just believe in miracles and don't stick with that itch. Itch is medicine itch hona, periods itch hona, gynec itch hona. This itch is very bad itch. We don't even have an itch guard for that. Understood? Please don't stick with that. Try to relax. Be flexible with the options. Like when I was in your phase, I was like, जो भी मिला as a madam told, passion. कुछ भी नहीं मालूम क्या है passion. जो मिल गया ले लेंगे चलो. ले लो ENT. I got ENT. I took ENT. I did not even object, even though there are so many ENTs in my family. So the question that arose was already, when I came out, many seniors were like, why did you take ENT in Shahdan? Who told you to take ENT in Shahdan? It's so bad. But now there are students who are taking CT in VRK. What do you want to tell about them? You have any comments? Tomorrow TRR will be getting recognition. What will you tell about that? Like, NMC is giving them recognition. You are nothing but you are just bound with the time. All you have to do is you have to excel in that time period. You can't tell that Falan student from Falan background or Falan student from Falan college is bad. You can't label them. Don't objectify them. And please wait till miracles happen. Miracles do happen in Mop-up round. You have to be patient enough. Right? And then the last slide. is a very important slide, a life lesson what I learned from Irfan Khan. A very famous saying, this is understood, especially for boys who are taking general surgery and surgery allied branches. People, it's a trend now, I don't know the seniors know it or not. They are only preferring the 5 creamy branches: general medicine, orthopedics, radiology, dermatology, pediatrics, gynecology, 6 branches. They just want in this branch and they are waiting for years together writing the exam. They don't know what to do. We don't even know what they are up to. See, tomorrow you are basically killing your criteria to practice outside in the market. So please don't do that. Try to compromise till the level you can compromise and see that you flourish well. I just hope and pray. Thank you all for patient listening. Thank you, Dare, for giving me this opportunity.